Good Wednesday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Hopefully you're doing well. Some areas had, a tenth, 2/10 of an inch of rain overnight. A lot of areas not much at all. We have some diminishing showers. What we will be watching is a storm system for the weekend that could bring us some parts of decent rain. Now, what I've been seeing over the last day in all the data is that this, what we would call full latitude trough, is going to kind of get a concentrated area to the south and a concentrated area to the north. Do you know where I'm going with this? The old Michigan split? Somewhat. Looks like some areas of Michigan still could get some fairly heavy rain, 2 inches or so, but it looks like a split. So I will be showing that to you. That's going to kind of be one of the focuses of this broadcast here. So first focus is that it's really a very nice day shaping up across all of Michigan. We have some leftover showers in the far southeast. You'll be seeing those come to an end here in the next hour or two, and then drying conditions. Good morning, Dennis Priest. Thank you. You have a blessed day also. Good morning, Carmelita Tiffany. 2/10 of an inch of rain. Linda Thompson, good morning to you. So here's the satellite image. I want to start with that just to show you that there is no storm system close at hand behind the current rainfall. Now here is the radar, and like I said, it's pretty skimpy. Light shower or maybe sprinkles, and diminishing right now from Detroit to Ann Arbor to Jackson, moving southeast, heading toward Monroe, heading toward Coldwater and Hillsdale next hour or two, but the rest of us should be on the dry side. All right, so how about a tour of some computer models and some radar forecasts? And the first idea is that through the day today, we are dry. And then we go into this evening, we are dry, and we run it out to tomorrow morning, and we're dry. Next rain, well, I will say that there are a couple little odd rain patterns that are going to develop. They'll be spotty, so me as a statewide meteorologist, it has a little bit of a chore to convey it to you, but I'll do that here. So here's the radar forecast from a model that goes a little bit further. This starts right now and goes through the day, and I showed you that today is dry, tonight is dry, and then we go into tomorrow evening. Dry, lower Michigan, western UP starting to get some showers. The showers building tomorrow night, and this is Friday morning at 8 o'clock. And what is that? That is some showers on a warm front. A warm front, the front edge of warmer air. So as we get into Friday during the day, the showers move east. This is by early afternoon. The winds turn around to the southwest, and we start to have, what's a noticeable warm up. So I'm going to show you that to you here. This is that same model. We go into this afternoon, and we're talking 60 in Grand Rapids and in Kalamazoo and Jackson, near 60. Ann Arbor and Detroit, 56, Flint, Saginaw. Go northward to Traverse City area. You're looking at the low 50s for high temperatures. So that means you need a jacket today. Now here's tonight. And the cold pockets of northwest lower Michigan, around Kalkaska County, down into southern Grand Traverse County, Fife Lake, Kingsley, Cadillac area. You could see some light frost, 35 to 32 or so. That's to be expected. And then we go into tomorrow afternoon, starting to be a little bit warmer, into the low 60s in Grand Rapids and Ann Arbor, Detroit, Kalamazoo, Flint at 59, Saginaw at 56, Traverse City at near 60 degrees. Remember I told you there's a warm front, so Thursday night will not be as chilly as tonight. And then this ends at Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock. And you can see the warmer air over in Wisconsin heading this way, and so we'll see it. Hey, Marge Parmenter, good morning, Kazoo, and good morning, Freeport. Tom Ramsey and Connie Steiner had a little bit of rain in Grand Blanc, and that's probably a story for most of us. Okay, European model to show you what's going on for the weekend. And I'm talking about, a somewhat of a split in the heavier rainfalls. So here's your warm front, Thursday night, Friday morning. Definitely a shot of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, thunder shower, maybe, you get that and you can get a quarter to a half inch decent. Then I told you there's some little odd spots of rain because of the warmer air coming in. This is a Friday night weather map. So what do I say? It's mostly dry except maybe a quick shot of thunder showers in an arc from Kalamazoo to Alma to the Saginaw area into the Thumb. And by Saturday morning into afternoon, most of lower Michigan is in the warm sector of the storm. Let's see, Kyle Edmark looking for the best stretch of weather next week to take our boat out. Okay, well, let's look at that here as we go through this one. So this is Saturday. Saturday is going to be a warm day. The rain will be approaching the Traverse City area and Frankfort, Benzonia, Ludington, Manistee, Pentwater by noonish to early afternoon. Then this is afternoon into early evening, still staying dry from Grand Rapids eastward and still warm in a warm southwesterly flow. Saturday's a very warm day. This is where I think we still, need me, the human meteorologist. I don't think the app is going to drill it home to you that Saturday is a warm day. Saturday is a warm day. Say that a couple of times for this time of the year, into the 70s. All right, so we're back to Saturday afternoon into early evening. Now we're into Saturday night. And notice the dryness continuing to hang on into the southeast while it starts to really rain along the western shoreline of lower Michigan. Saturday night, early Sunday morning, heavy rain northwest, more substantial rain southeast. Sunday during the day, look at that, the split. Heavier rain southeast, heavier rain across the UP moving northward, and in the middle from Alpena to Saginaw to the Thumb to Alma, Lansing, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids. Maybe not a whole lot on Sunday. Would not call Sunday dry, but maybe not meaningful amounts if it does a split. And then this is Sunday afternoon into evening, drying out, and it moves on to these. Kyle Edmark was asking, when's the best day to take the boat out? You're pushing it, buddy. It's October 21st. He says, what's the best stretch of weather? This time of the year, you get a few hours each day, but Monday, there's Monday. That's not bad. Tuesday, there might be some rain showers coming through and cooler temperatures behind it, but not snowmaking. And then here's another storm system late next week and colder air wrapping behind it. Colder than we've seen so far, but really not too crazy. Let's see. Todd Nordoff says Lake Mitchell is down almost a foot from the summer high. Good observation. So, Kyle Edmark, to answer your question, probably Monday is your day. Here's rainfall forecast. Thursday night, Friday, 1/10 of an inch. Saturday into Sunday. Now, this is going to change. But what is shown is a swath of heavy rain across northwest, lower, and the eastern UP. And then you get that skipped area where you get a couple of tenths maybe to a half inch. And in the far southeast, it may not be that heavy whatsoever either. And let's just run it out 16 days. And it adds on a couple of tenths a couple of times. Here are the high temperatures. And these are still going to average warmer than normal. So about 60 today in a lot of places. Tomorrow, low 60s in a lot of places from Traverse City to Big Rapids to Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo over onto the east side of the states. Tomorrow, a really nice day. Friday, upper 60s all the way to Traverse City to Kalkaska to Mansalona to Charlevoix. And Saginaw, the Tri-Cities, Flint, into the south, 67, a very popular number. Saturday, remember what I told you about Saturday? Saturday is a warm day. Lansing, 75. Kalamazoo, 76. Grand Rapids, 75. Ann Arbor, nearing 80 degrees Saturday. Even Traverse City, as you get into the rain, you'll still be somewhat mild in the upper 60s. Start to cool down Sunday, but not cold. Mid-60s in the east. Monday, upper 50s to low 60s. Tuesday, we start to get into some cooler days next week. Yes, we do. It will be a shock, but it's not, it's not something extreme. So we're looking at 50s on Tuesday and 50s on Wednesday. And back to the low 60s, and then 50s, maybe highs in the 40s, October 24th. 25th, 26th, back to near 60, 27th in the 60s, 28th, well into the 60s, 29th, well into the 60s. This is the operational mode. I wouldn't necessarily trust that far out, but remember what we do, and this is another reason why I think you need the meteorologist. There's the operational run, that's one run, one set of starting circumstances, one set of equations. It can be way off at, starting at about 7 days out. It could be way out depending on the weather situation, but certainly 10, 11, 12 days out. So then the modelers take and tweak that starting conditions, different equations, different starting situations, things 51 times. They average them together. Then you start to look at that in the far out time period. If there's something that is showing up, drastically different than normal, far out, that a lot of those 50 iterations of the model are showing it. So that's where you get confidence that, there isn't really any big extreme cold plunge out there from this. So what you're looking at here, European ensemble mode, out 16 days, you're looking at the surface temperature anomaly. Don't worry about the amount of anomaly. Just know that if you see the brownish colors, it's very warm compared to normal. The oranges are slightly warmer than normal. The greens are very cold compared to normal. And we won't see many greens. So here we go into the weekend, and obviously I showed you it's just fairly warm for this time of the year. Now we're at the 21st. We're at 22nd. About normal, which at that point is in the 50s. 50s. Now we're out October 24th. This is where the ensemble starts to shine. If you see a clear-cut pattern, the clear-cut pattern we're seeing is warmer than normal in Canada and in the northern plains and oozing into the Great Lakes. Now we're October 28th. We're October 29th. We're ending October 30th. So, no cold air. Let's see if the experts that look at all these models better than I do feel the same way. And they do. 6 to 10 day forecast. October 20th to 24th. High chance of warmer than normal conditions for northern lower Michigan, Traverse City area, up through the UP. The rest of the state, warmer than normal. 8 to 14 day forecast. October 22nd to 28th. High chance of warmer than normal. 3 to 4 week forecast made last Friday. We only get it one time a week. October 25th to November 7th. What does it show? Warmer than normal over the middle part of the country and no real big push of cold air. So it continues in modified form not 80, 85, near 90 like a week ago. Saturday, 75 to near 80 in a lot of places. It will continue, my friends, and we'll just keep looking out on the horizon because we know the weather pattern change comes. This is also my thing with, this is going to be a cold winter. Cold winters, colder than normal, colder than the 30-year average, are becoming more rare. They happen, but they happen in little chunks, 2-3 weeks, something like that. So an entirely cold winter would really surprise me. Nothing shocks me in weather. It certainly could happen in a warming globe, but it's a losing bet if you want to take that bet. You're betting on a 10% chance of something happening as far as a colder winter versus maybe a 60% chance of it being warmer than normal and about a 30% chance of it being normal. So there's your stats if you got that water cooler bet going on today. And thank you for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have a great and happy Wednesday.